It's Happy Hour again from Central City, New Orleans. Hello, I'm Grant Morris. Happy Hour is part of the family of shows on the podcast network, itsneworleans.com, brought to you today in part by the Pearl Wine Company, which is at 3700 Orleans Avenue in the American Can Company building. They're open every day. From noon till midnight, you can drink all day till midnight, except Sundays when you have to quit drinking at noon. Also, our show is brought to us today by Petite Pet Care, dog walking and pet sitting, loving care when you're not there. For more information, you can find them at petitepetcare.com or by calling them at 309-PET. If you're an iPhone user, you can also check out the podcast app Swell. We love Swell. It's a new awesome podcast app. It's the Pandora of podcasting. It goes out and finds podcasts that you're going to like and brings them home to you. Check it out. It's Swell only on the iPhone right now. When you walk into a bar in New Orleans and you pull up a bar stool, you never know who's going to be sitting on either side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, whether they just got out of a limo or just got out of jail like our mayor or ex-mayor, they're going to be happy to talk to you because that's New Orleans and this is Happy Hour, a cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common other than we're all New Orleans in a bar, in this case Casa Borrega, on Aretha Castle Haley Boulevard in Central City, New Orleans. Casa Borrega is a bar, a restaurant, and a live music venue. Come on down and have an awesome meal, a drink, or just hang out with your friends, or hang out with us for the next 60 minutes. My special guest sitting around the table here at Happy Hour today. First of all, welcome back to Andrew Duhon, 2 weeks in a row.
How about that?
Something
That's
of a record.
Streak.
Very nice. We're on a streak, exactly. And next week you're going to be in India, though, so
yeah.
It's not going to last for too long. Andrew Duhon is our Happy Hour troubadour who wanders around the world, and then occasionally when he's back in New Orleans, wanders on in here to play a song or two and have a cocktail. What are we drinking today, by the way?
That is a straight-up margarita. Just
straight up margarita from Hugo Montero, the proprietor here at Casa Borrega. Sitting right down the end of this very long table today is Kris Gabik. Hi, Kris.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming along. Kris
Anytime.
is the founder and owner of 84 Flash, which is a brand storytelling company, which is sort of a PR sort of an outfit, I guess.
Yeah, digital marketing, fun stuff. New Orleans is a really exciting place to be for tech and marketing stuff right now. So.
I feel like you're such a long way away, and yet I can hear you in my headphones. It's so weird. It's like
that was
like being in a real recording studio or something. If you're wondering if you've seen Kris or her family around here, you may have. She's an 8th generation New Orleanian. Wow. That's a long time. So you're great. Something or other grandparents came here on the first ships?
Yeah, I think that's how. Didn't they come in like from Australia, Africa, or something? I forgot how the history turned out.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about your family. I'm sorry to tell you. Who were they?
No, well, the Dykmans.
The Dykmans.
Yeah, that's a little German there.
Okay.
But my great uncle was a senator here from who I love it, Huey P. Long to Edwin Edwards.
Your great uncle was a senator in the Baton Rouge legislature, serving under governors from Huey P. Long to Edwin Edwards.
Yeah.
What a reign, actually, to be able to say that, even in a single sentence.
He had a good run.
So you must be hooked up then.
Well,
we want to get out of jail. You're
I'm
the person
here.
to talk to. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
I've made it now.
Do you know everybody in the state?
She's at the head of the table.
Yeah, really. That says something. Hey, well, and prior to being a brand storytelling person, the 84 Flash, you were the PR person for Irvin Mayfield's various operations.
He has,
he's got a big operation down there.
I know. I just saw down the street from here is where the New Orleans Jazz, the market is being built right now.
Is he part of that as well?
Oh yeah, they put the whole shebang together.
What's up with that Irvin Mayfield? He's got his finger in everything. How does he do that?
I don't know. He truly is I think one of the best guys I know. I actually saw him last night. You know, he plays I'm not trying to do a plug, I swear, but every Wednesday he plays at the Playhouse, and it's just super cool how accessible really good jazz music is. And I don't think there's a lot of good jazz music in the French Quarter, but
and you were also the PR person for Tales of the Cocktail.
Yeah, I worked
and the Ritz Carlton. You had some pretty good accounts, and you gave it all up to go out on your own.
Yeah, living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you making tons?
That just made me sound way cooler than.
Are you making tons more money this way, or are you starving now that you're not?
I am enjoying the free margaritas. So.
Hey. So are we. All right. Also joining us today is Rachel Dangermond. Welcome back to Happy Hour. So good to have you back again.
Yes,
Rachel is a writer, journalist, and a longtime New Orleans blogger on her website, Dangermond.org. Her latest undertaking is a recently launched blog called Transracial Parenting, which deals with race, racism, and parenting in the 21st century, which is handy because we're in the 21st century for a long time now, so you've got a huge market ahead of you. Rachel is also the author of the book The Elephant in the Playground, which talks to white parents of white children about how to prepare their kids for the new global and multi-ethnic world. Has the book come out?
That's a book in progress.
How far away? You have to lean into this damn.
It's a book in
cheapo
progress.
microphone.
No, I mean it's coming along. It's coming along really
Are you
well.
writing it, or
Yes,
have you
I
finished
am.
it?
I'm writing.
What chapter are you up to? We could help you.
I have 10 chapters right now.
You've written 10 chapters. And
Yes.
how many chapters in a book?
It could be that it's only 10, but I'm,
So it's
writing,
finished. Congratulations.
rewriting.
That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah,
Have a
right.
drink.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, yes.
Yeah, right. I can see the montage after you say it's coming along, straight cut to you like walking around the house and then like typing and beating your head into the wall and then like overeating at like 3 a.m. something weird.
Yeah, that's
going
exactly
on.
This
what
is
that's
what the
exactly-
writing-
And I'm going to India next
the writing
week, too.
process.
Yeah,
No kidding.
Yeah, to
Okay.
get away. No.
Andrew's going
Don't
to
we
India.
wish?
I wish I could go to India too, Rachel.
Me too.
Would you
Can
like
I go
to
with you, Andrew?
Sure, come on.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, also joining us today at the table is Tin Dangermond, who is related to you, of course, Rachel. Tin is already a celebrity, and he's not quite 5 years old yet. Tin, welcome to Happy Hour.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, this is Tin's third year in a row that he's been featured as the Times-Picayune's poster boy for French Quarter Fest, playing his pocket trumpet. Tin's also been photographed by many local professional photographers. One of them posted a photo of Tin playing his plastic sword like a trumpet on a Brazilian photography site, and it received over 1,000 likes within days.
Nice job.
Dude, you're like an international superstar. Right, Tin?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
and also on my birthday, and it even pies enough, and like it's good. I'm gonna get the same cake as usual.
The same cake as usual.
No
what
truer words
what
were
kind of a
spoken.
cake is that?
Consistency is important.
Chocolate cake. That's all you have to say. That's fair enough.
Chocolate dough.
Oh, chocolate dough cake. Wow,
salad
that's
choice.
great.
Yeah,
Salad
that's my
choice.
favorite.
That's
Oh,
my
I love
favorite.
that
There's
too.
a lot of frosting in it.
You can't beat that.
It's actually
Tin,
pudding.
listen, you guys, Tin has played his pocket trumpet on stage with clarinet virtuoso Evan Christopher with the Israel Trio for 2 years now. He's played with the Roma Band in Madrid. You go to Spain?
Yep.
How do you get to Spain?
On a plane.
Uh-huh. And does someone book you on a tour, or you just go with Mom on vacation?
I go with Mama on vacation, and also I see Tete there.
Oh, I see. So you have family.
This is
there.
grandmother
Yeah.
is in Croatia, actually.
Yeah, my
That's in Croatia.
grandma.
Your grandma's in Croatia?
Yep.
Wow. Can you spell Croatia?
A little bit.
Okay. Spell one letter from Croatia. C? Yeah, okay.
C.
Let's go for that. Okay. Although music has been an intense focus for Tin, he's currently turned his attention to Thomas the Train. Though he continues to study with the Neo Jazz Collective on a weekly basis, and with his godfather, Evan Christopher, the clarinet virtuoso, when the opportunity arises. Tin, welcome to Happy Hour. It's nice to have you here.
Yeah, and also
Yep.
Thomas the Train.
Yeah.
And all his friends, and even I don't have these trains like Arian Bird and.
Are you putting in a request for more trains here?
Yeah.
Okay, so if anyone's listening, they want to send you a train. Which one should they send?
Sir Handel I don't have. He's blue, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't also have I don't have. Sir Handel and Scarlowi. That's
Sir Handel and Scarlo. Okay, if anyone's listening to this and they'd like to send you,
His birthday
so
is coming
you can
up.
look at our website and get our address, and we'll be happy to hand on those trains to you. Tim, thanks very much. Katy, Channing, and Shanece Gransam are here as well, collectively known as the Little Things.
That's us.
You're not that little, actually. They look like average-sized people.
We're pretty average.
Yeah.
I feel like I get crap for being short a lot.
Are
so-
you short?
I'm only like 5'3".
She's below. I would say below.
How tall are you? That's
See,
Katy is 5'3". Shanice, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5" on a good day.
Okay. Are you having a good day? You look super tall today. Katy and Shanece are street musicians, and they serenade passers-by in the French Quarter on ukulele and vocal harmony. And when they're not hanging out on the street, they're making and selling tie-dye T-shirts and hula hoops.
Yeah.
Really? Are you?
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
We like to call it modern day hippies. We just have our hands in everything.
We do it all.
You make how do you make a hula hoop?
You take irrigation tubing for plumbing
Yeah.
and pretty tape. You put it-
What tape?
Pretty tape.
Pretty tape.
Pretty tape.
Pretty
Yeah, you
tape.
can take.
So
electrical
you're
tape or-
selling irrigation tubing with like duct tape, basically, colored duct tape.
Well, not duct tape because duct tape is kind of sticky and icky and it
It
makes
Okay.
makes it sound simple. It's actually kind of complicated.
it's pretty hard.
Yeah, Shanice, you got to make it sound a lot more exotic than that. Otherwise, you're
I
just
know.
selling irrigation tubing
I'm
with
like, come
sticky
on.
tape for how much is a hula hoop?
It depends on the hoop, but they usually go for like $20.
$20 for a bit of irrigation. So if I'm
But I mean, if you ever pick up like a Walmart hula hoop or anything, they're really thin and flimsy and
Ah,
lightweight. They've got
shitty.
water in them. Yeah,
Ah,
shitty would be the word.
or whatever the kid-approved
my
word is there
hula
for that.
He's not
But
listening.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
So what makes a good hula hoop? Good quality irrigation tubing.
Well, it's about the size. It's as long as it's a good size
See,
for yourself.
I told you
Always
that, Andrew.
about the size.
Always
Yes.
about the
Thank you,
size.
Rachel.
I
Yeah.
mean, I like
Yeah.
women, but
I want a second opinion. I don't,
it's about the size.
I'll
and
give
the
you one,
weight.
Here's a
Andrew.
second opinion.
If the kids get that one, it's not.
Okay, so
Kids are like crazy.
do you know how to hula? Yeah, right on.
Word.
So, okay, hula hoop. I'm going to finish reading this.
Yeah.
And do you also make tie-dye T-shirts?
Yes.
So, what's the secret behind a tie-dye T-shirt? Good.
Patience.
Patience.
Patience is the key.
Patience, and I would say good rubber bands.
And good. Yes.
Good rubber bands.
Rubber bands.
So, who was the one among you, or both of you, to come up with this idea together to make hula hoops and tie-dye T-shirts?
We just we were hanging out in our apartment in Florida, actually, where we met, and
Yeah.
we had a hula hoop, and we were hula hooping, and she thought, well,
Inside.
yeah, inside.
Inside.
And Katie was like, I wish it was better because it was a Walmart hula hoop with the water slushing around, and
Just really.
Did you guys know there's water in hula hoops?
no.
Did you know that,
I
Rachel?
actually have a lot of hula hoops.
How
And
many?
I've made my own hula hoop before, too.
Really? Chris?
See?
Eighth generation hula hooping, right?
Well, I was raised in rock and roll, so I mean that's like kind of the hula hoop.
We had
Or is that,
two.
like- yeah, don't you agree? That's like hula hoop mastery place.
Rock and ball.
It is.
Rock and roll.
It
Rock
is.
and ball's got a lot of hula hooping.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's
On the
what
dance
you
floor.
do.
She's like,
Mr.
duh.
Johnny is, yeah.
You think you go to a
that is
bowling
my
alley before.
intelligent put in. Duh.
When you say you were raised at rock and ball, what exactly does that mean?
It means that my mother raised me right, and it breaks my heart that anytime someone comes to visit me in New Orleans, I will not be able to be like, so we're going to go to this, bowling alley. We're going to go up this little rickety staircase, like kind of shady-looking place. And, oh, yeah, there's a bowling alley upstairs. There's a giant bar and a dance floor. The lanes, they've got craters in them, and the balls have way more than 3 holes. But we were going to have a friggin' time of our life. And I had my first drink I think it was like 13, and I had a White Russian. Then I saw a Big Lebowski whenever I was inappropriately, 14, and then I got it. And so I feel that you're raised right in New Orleans that way, right?
Yeah.
And that's a really, really cool thing to be able to go and do. And it sucks that, I love them. I love everything about that place, but it was just so cool to be able to share that experience there. No one will ever be able to go in and experience rock and roll like that
Agreed.
again.
Yeah, and there was sort of a carpe diem feeling right towards the stage to the left while you were dancing, because you could feel kind of the floorboards were a little.
You're like, I
Yeah,
might die right
this
now.
this
but
might
you
be
know
it.
what? I'm gonna dance.
Might be it.
And it was educational because you had to keep your own score. Like, that's where I learned,
Hey, I
Keeping your own
scored.
score while you're
literally,
drunk.
Market 8,
At
Walter.
13.
Absolutely.
How old were you when you first went there? Just as a little kid,
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
10's age, like 5.
Oh yeah, and not only young and old. Like going there and watching older people Zydeco dance. It makes me depressed. Those men, they whip you around like nothing else. Take it however you want it. But whenever you dance with a man who knows how he's dancing, especially like Zydeco style, that's like the funnest thing in the entire
Yeah.
world.
Well,
And-
the guy has to lead, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
You just follow. A woman always follows, it seems.
Yeah,
So-
but like growing up, I was born in. I was
Well,
personally born in Lafayette.
Not really.
Not really.
Oh yeah.
At least in
Not with
dance.
Zydeco dancing. I always felt when I went
Oh, I
Zydeco
think
dancing,
you-
if you didn't know what you're doing, you're like,
Well,
you're
no,
a
it's
loser.
good to have a man who's a good, strong lead. That's true, but it doesn't have to be the man who's the lead.
That was
It
just
doesn't.
a school.
Okay, all right.
Just say.
Well, yeah.
That's
Whenever
why-
you
that's
are
why we
raised
have
with
each other.
sisters and you dance with each other, I think I became the lead. So I fight back whenever those men try and lead. But
Do you?
oh yeah, well because that's what I was raised doing. My sister and I would Zydeco dance all over the place. So I'm all about the women leading. But when the guys fight back, then I'm like, no, we are going to turn you around. I'm just like, all right.
Wow.
I like
I didn't realize there was the politics of Zydeco dancing.
What? Oh my.
Katy,
that's
are you a
whole other
Zydeco dancer?
podcast.
I can't say that I am.
Who's the lead among you two?
Well, it depends on the situation, I think.
It depends
Yeah.
on the day.
Yeah.
Same thing with the height thing. On a good day, I'm the
Yeah,
lead.
good
You're the
day.
lead. Yeah.
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 So.
So how did you meet you two in the first place?
Well, there was an open mic in Florida. We're from Florida. We
Yeah.
both moved here together, but I'm originally a drummer. And now we both play ukulele and sing, but I didn't sing or play ukulele before. And we met. She was with another band, her other duo. And we met there, and we were kind of
The
like...
duo is not a band, I don't think.
Well, it's a band in our world. We'll
Okay.
say that.
Well, yeah, she was playing drums for her band, and I was with my partner doing ukulele stuff. And she walked in, and it was just kind of like, oh, yeah, I guess this is going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was like love at first sight.
Indeed
Basically.
it was.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
How long ago was that?
that was Halloween of 2010.
Yeah, so roughly 3 years.
And then we started dating in January like 3 months later.
Okay.
So that's
What happened to the other ukuleles? You had to fire that person.
well, we kind of.
Sorry, I met somebody more attractive.
I'm sorry. I
Who's
don't
a
know how to
better
say
ukulele player. Who doesn't even play the ukulele, actually.
that. Well, because her and I just kind of.
She's a drummer.
I mean, come on. She
How
was
you
trading
get-
up. Let's be real here.
What happened to the person you dumped for the
Be
drummer?
the prize, baby. Be the prize.
Thank you.
Every day. We just kind of just stopped.
Drifted apart.
Be
kind
the
of-
prize.
Beat up.
Yeah.
Get
See,
it.
Tin knows. He knows.
Could the other ukulele person make hula hoops or tie-dye
She
t-shirts?
actually she lives in Orlando,
Yeah.
and she has one of my hula hoops and does hula hoop sometimes,
Okay.
but doesn't make them. Instead, she just sings, and I think she's going to school. I don't know what she's doing actually.
So when did you two guys find out that you could sing so well together?
The first time we tried to.
Yeah, well, honestly, I didn't know how to sing. Like, if up until about 2 years ago, if someone had asked me, "Hey, can you sing this song?" I would go, no, you're barking up the wrong tree. Like, go over there. I can't sing." And she was like, "Here, just try this." And we would like play, sing in the car, wherever we're going. And it just happened.
I
honestly,
told her I
like,
loved her voice and that she
So
had
can
to
we
take it
just
more
hear you
seriously.
guys sing? Like, how long are we gonna wait for this?
Okay, let's do it, Rachel.
I
I'm all
just
for
wanna,
it.
it's like
Let's
you're
do it.
talking it up.
Come
you're
on,
talking
I
it
mean-
Like a
up,
song?
Piece
Like a full
it.
song?
Yeah, let's hear something.
Is it
Sure
okay?
thing.
Absolutely.
Sure is okay.
Whoa, that was really loud. What do you want to do?
Is that too loud?
Let's go.
that's perfect. Okay.
I'm thinking it's a sign that the freckles in our eyes are mirror images, and when we kiss, they are perfectly aligned. I have to speculate that God himself would make us into corresponding shapes like puzzle pieces from the clay. And true, it may seem like a stretch, but it's thoughts like this that catch my troubled head when you're away, when I am missing you to death. You are out there on the road for several weeks of shows, and when you scan the radio, I hope this song will guide you home. They will see us waving from such great heights. Come down now, they'll say, but everything looks perfect from far away. Come down now, but we'll stay. I tried my best to leave this all on your machine, but the persistent beat, it sounded thin upon this Sunday. And that, frankly, will not fly. You'll hear the shrillest highs and lowest lows with the windows down when this is guiding you home. They will see us waving from such great heights. Come down now, they'll say, but everything looks perfect from far away. Come down now, but we'll stay. Do 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 They will see us waving from such great heights. Come down now, they'll say, but everything looks perfect from far away. Come down now, but we'll stay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Tim, what do you think?
That was for nothing.
For nothing. Well, it was free, if that's what you mean. Yes, it was for
What
nothing.
does that mean? That was so nice. It was so enjoyable. It
Yeah.
was so perky,
Didn't
and
you
it made
think
me
they
feel
looked-
happy, and I was smiling
Tough
the whole
crowd.
time.
Thank you. It's a postal service. It's
Yeah.
It's how it goes for musicians, guys.
Are you
Trust
familiar
me.
with postal service?
No.
Yeah, sure. It's a great song.
It's Ben Gibbard. What's the other guy's name? Do you know the other guy's name?
No, I don't.
I don't know the other guy's name, but Ben Gibbard from Death Cab for Cutie and some other guy, I don't remember his name. They lived on opposite sides of the country, and they were writing music together, so they would send each other their like versions of the song, what they had written through the postal service.
Oh.
So now they're the postal
Handsome
service.
man.
They only had one album, and they just did their like last tour ever. It's like a 10-year reunion thing.
He's a great songwriter.
Oh,
So
he's wonderful.
No,
You guys
yeah,
do
It's always her
covers?
birthday.
Yes.
What's your birthday?
Oh, I said Ben Gibbard has her birthday.
Oh, okay.
Which is another
is funny.
coincidence with us. Is my birthday is August 11th and her birthday is August 12th.
Well, that's another weird coincidence. The same year?
No.
No.
Different years, right? Okay. We're not going down that road at all. So, you look so happy when you're playing that. Is that just an act?
No.
You really are super happy.
Yes, we love singing with each other. I mean, honestly, if this could pay the bills and it does pay the bills, this is what we do for a living. You know,
Chris,
is how it goes.
come in here. How would they get these guys to pay the bills? This is what you do for a living.
PR lady.
Chris can make you,
Yeah, bring it on,
take you
Chris.
from off the
Literally,
street.
I know that this is the radio, so they can't see. That was the 1 second I wasn't looking because I was trying to figure out how to get the margarita from
I was
there
gonna get it for
to
you.
here.
Douglas can get it.
And I saw that you were ready for it, and I
Actually,
had
where's-
to communicate that. But yes, we can talk. Yeah,
Okay, sorry to make
like
you.
literally the one moment that
Luckily
like
for you-
totally changed my.
What
Luckily for
was
you, we're
that
full of songs.
for?
No, I heard all of that. I meant the question. I'm
The
sorry.
question, you
Yes,
didn't miss
me.
the question. The question
Hold on.
was,
I'm imbibed now. Go on.
okay, now you have the margarita. The question was, seeing that you're a professional and you've
Yes.
made people famous, like Irvin Mayfield. How would you take these girls? Well, they're both really good looking, right?
Oh my God, they're super hot.
They're super
That's
hot.
like the first
okay.
thing I
Yes,
said.
they're very pretty.
They're so happy when they
Stunning.
play. They can play
They
and
radiate.
sing, and it's in tune. They've got everything going for
We
them.
try. We try to be
So,
in tune. I mean,
and they're
it's
and they're playing on the street.
Yeah, the most important thing is authenticity. I mean, like, which is what they have. And I thought it was so cool. I mean, whenever I was speaking to them earlier about how they even got this situation is because of Twitter, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, just because you're already promoting your brand and yourself and someone noticed you, like, through social media. So they're, like, way ahead of the game on that and then suggested that you join this program. But I'm telling you, like, I mean, I think it's really, yes, I mean, I'm sure that you have input. Do you agree?
Tim's
Yes.
like, I know what's going on here, okay?
I'm
Well,
ready.
Tim
The
might have
kid
a
is
good
like the
idea.
French
He's-
Quarter Festival poster boy. I was actually, and he has like 1,000 likes right on Facebook. I was gonna ask him some social media marketing tips in a
Advice?
little bit.
Go ahead.
Tim, how did you get to 1,000 likes so quickly?
I don't know.
Oh, great.
The honest answer.
Okay. Well,
Well then, I guess.
deep.
I'm gonna say you'd be a super cute 7-year-old kid and include that in my next proposal. I'm gonna find a 7-year-old kid for you, and
he's
we're
what,
gonna bring
4?
him out there.
He's gonna be 5 in March.
Oh dear.
Can you rent him?
Can you rent him for?
Is it legal?
Yeah, I do rent him. Yeah,
That's the service.
Available.
Babysitting,
Okay,
renting,
Chris,
whatever.
Chris.
Hour?
Come on, though, get serious.
That's
here.
not
Be
true.
serious. That's not true. How would
not
you?
true.
How do you get somebody off
She's
the
right.
street
I
like
don't
this
rent him.
and turn them into superstars?
Piece it up.
Piece it up.
I feel that I would be incredibly successful if I could give you a finite answer to that, because then I would be doing that all the time. But I mean, in New Orleans,
But
it's
you
so
are
amazing.
doing that all the time, aren't you?
No, I'd be turning.
Well, you can't turn the whole world into a superstar if it's one client at a time.
I think I'm gonna
So,
lose
you
all my
know.
clients after this thing. They're gonna be like, "Wait, you can't do that."
You don't even know
You
anything.
lied. Damn.
It's the
But these
margaritas.
guys have
blame
got
the
everything going
margaritas.
for them, though, right?
Oh yeah.
They're super hot.
Well, it's
They
all
can
about
play and sing.
visibility. I mean, I think it's amazing to come down, especially like I would like to know why did y'all. This is the important thing, the authenticity element. They're from Florida. You tell us why you're here. Like why people in New Orleans like. We want to know. We want you to like freaking,
Yeah.
live and breathe and emote everything about this, or else like we don't buy it.
Right.
So
Well, I mean,
why
I
are
can,
you?
I can
jump
tell
in
you
there?
right now.
Go.
First of all, we love the city. Like,
love it.
literally, our lifelong dream was to move to New York City, and do the whole New York City musician thing, make it there.
And then we came here.
We came here for about a 4-day visit with our friend that went to school at Loyola, and we just ended up falling in love. And literally 2 weeks later, we were moved here.
We,
I mean, it
we
was
were
like
here
that
for a
quick.
weekend, and then we literally moved here.
You know how many people move here that same way?
Exactly,
That's
and
so
I feel
special.
like that happens with everybody, but at the same
No,
time,
I'm saying that's a great thing.
It's
right,
yeah.
right. Like, how can you not come here and like not fall in love with the city? You know?
We were sitting at the Maison actually in Frenchman, and we heard a band playing, and I just remember like looking at it and like almost crying. I was like, oh my god, the city, like the culture, the music, like you can tell that these people really genuinely love their music. And where we're from in Florida, if you go to a restaurant and you see that there's a band there, you're like,
Yeah, like we would be kind of like outcasts.
maybe we
like,
should
okay.
go to a different restaurant because the bands usually suck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, boom, like that's your story right there. Like my company is like based on storytelling, and I mean, I got like a lot just from looking at you sing, but now like I care about what you have to say because that was absolutely like I almost brought a tear to my eye because I think everyone has had that situation where they've been sitting out on Frenchman or somewhere and hear something that's just like very, very special to them. So I mean, I think that is amazing with viral video, with social media, Instagram. I'm like psycho about Instagram, but it's very interesting. And this is just a tip, with audio, people are always, on their phones looking at social media, but they can't usually hear, which, sucks for singers because you want them to be able to hear you. So it's all about like pictures and visual, like all the pictures from here and y'all like looking awesome and smiling, because a lot of times people can't listen. And so just making absolutely everything as visual as possible.
Yeah.
This is bad news for podcasting, Andrew.
Right, we're
screwed.
Are we going to post your podcast on Instagram for a 5-second clip? No, that's not your like
if you're going to listen to an hour-long podcast, you're going to listen to an hour. But if you're scrolling on Instagram and you're, sitting in the toilet at work, you're not going to, then it comes on.
Yeah, and she's talking about awareness. That's different. Branding is different because you could have your mug, or both of y'all's mug up on Instagram,
Me and Andrew, we're on Instagram constantly.
Yeah.
And Pinterest.
If you just keep saying like hashtag
Are we on that?
Australian accent, like
No, we are not.
You'll get it.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a question. Do you guys write your own stuff? Do you write songs?
We are. This is like a year and a half old, so it's basically been covers and just trying to get our names out there and trying to get us heard. And so recently we started to write our own music.
Like when you go into the house of an artist and there's just like a bunch of canvases that are like half painted and like just like a couple lines. That's what we.
I
have
use
going
that
on.
metaphor myself.
Andrew's an incredible songwriter. Have you ever heard Andrew play it?
No, we
No,
haven't.
I'm actually.
I'm going to make him
excited.
play something for you right now. Then.
Great.
Yeah, I'll play it too.
Play something. Play something.
Do you have a guitar lying
Yes,
around here?
you guys will have to talk
Yeah,
amongst
it's
yourselves.
Okay,
so
well,
I
you
can
go
go
get
grab
that
it.
out.
Hey, Tin, you have a song for us? You want to sing a song for us while we're waiting on Andrew?
Yeah, let's hear it too.
How about that Laura Mavola that you like? What makes you the center of the universe?
Oh, now he's shot.
What happened to the pocket trumpet? No pocket trumpet
I was
today.
actually going to bring it, but it could have transformed the whole day.
Could have gone to
it could have
down a
gone to
bad
dark
road there. I
place,
hear. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
I
So,
appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
Okay, so Andrew Duhon is going to play something for you, Tim.
We're actually going to play the same gig with him coming up on March 2nd for Mardi Gras. We just figured that
You
out
just
today.
figured that out? Where are you playing, you
March
guys?
2nd? Where? For Endymion March 2nd?
It's for Ocho Palooza. It's going to be at, Napoleon in St. Charles.
Napoleon in St. Charles.
Oh, perfect.
On what day is this?
It's Sunday.
March 2nd. What day is
Sunday.
it?
It's a
Sunday
Sunday.
before Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Mardi
So
Gras
it's
on
Bacchus Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
So what
huge
time
day.
is that going to be?
Ours is earlier in the day, like 11.
I think I'm right after you guys.
Yeah.
Cool,
that's so
yeah.
cool.
So you're opening for Andrew on the just like today.
Oh, look at that.
On
Just like we just did.
on
There you go.
on Napoleon and what?
St.
St.
Charles.
Charles.
That's a block away from my house.
There you go.
I will be there.
You should wonderful.
St. Charles and Napoleon.
It's just
Okay.
off of St. Charles. Whoa.
fine.
Loud noises.
That's nothing serious.
All right,
But
good.
yeah.
In fact, let's see who else is on that bill. I believe Sweet Crude is playing after me, and then it's To Be Continued Brass Band, TBC Brass Band.
Well, that's going to be quite an afternoon. What are you playing today?
Well, I'm trying to play you new songs every time, so I'm going to keep that going. I don't know what it's called. It goes like this. You think they sang the blues in heaven? Oh, mama, I just gotta know. Or is it too much good news? They ever sing the blues? Is the devil still in rock and roll? Oh, well, I can get along to a gospel song, but the blues is in my soul. If they don't sing the blues in heaven, then I don't wanna go. You wanna hear something happy? Sing the good news. And maybe later on I'll tell you the truth. Wanna hear something happy? Oh, sing the good news. And maybe later on I'll tell you the truth. Think they sing the blues in heaven? Oh, mama, I just gotta know. Or is it too much good news? They ever sing the blues? Is the devil still in rock and roll? Well, if they don't sing the blues in heaven, there's probably nobody there I would know. Brothers and sisters, if you're with me, put your hands on your radio. You You wanna hear something happy? I'll sing the good news. And maybe later on I'll tell you the truth. Wanna hear something happy? Oh, sing the good news. Me, I'm looking for a woman who can dance to the blues. You think they sing the blues in heaven? Oh, Mama, I just gotta know. If they don't sing the blues in heaven, then I don't wanna go.
I just fell in love, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
Nice. Okay. Little Things. What do you think of that?
That was wonderful.
Wow.
Hey,
love
thanks,
that.
guys.
I love
Very
I
nice.
love your thick tone of voice. I really appreciate that.
I've been working on that.
It's wonderful.
I mean, honestly, you really have a great tone. That's my
Thanks.
problem as a musician. I feel recently, it's like I'm trying to like thicken my tone a little bit since I'm new to the whole singing game.
How do you do that?
I would say just practicing, honestly. Like, there's like breathing the right way. Like, most people, when they have to take a breath with singing, they go and they do that upward when it really should come from,
You
it should
shouldn't move your
contract your
shoulders.
stomach.
Yeah.
Your shoulders shouldn't move
Because
at
when
all.
I sing, Tin usually tells me to be quiet.
I think that's what every kid tells their mom. Do you have any choral training or any vocal training at all?
No, I recently took some voice lessons to find out what that was all about.
Did you learn
and
anything?
It's been incredibly enlightening to kind of understand how the whole thing works. And
Right.
yeah, the sense that I get is that it's a chest voice which you speak from, and then you've got a head voice which is up here.
Right.
And it's singing is a process of learning how to use those two voices and blending them. And
Yeah,
so-
and
Yeah,
get-
my issue is transitioning actually between
Yeah.
those two.
That is always the hardest part. Do you know Roger Love? Have you heard of Roger Love?
I don't know.
He's
You can
an
talk.
author, vocal coach,
You have something to ask him?
etc. He has a book called Set Your Voice Free. And
You wanna sing something?
he taught Hanson, remember, mbop,
Sure.
mbop, deep, dap, dap, but they sang it when they were, 12 years old and they hadn't hit puberty yet. They're 25 and they're still supposed to be able to sing, mbop, deep, dap, like they can't because it's too high. So Roger Love trained them to like help them sing and like
Now
teach-
as men, they can hit that note. you
I
know?
like that for this guy you gave him legitimacy by saying he worked with Hanson.
Well, that was the first example I thought. If you worked with a bunch of other people, but I just haven't read the book.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
incredible though. It would be
Cool.
worth checking out. It's called Set Your Voice Free.
Set your voice. Yeah, my parents are musicians, and my dad smoked for 100 million years and drank, and the whole like grungy bar singing man
Sure.
guitar playing voice. And,
I know the type.
Yeah, and he realized that by the end of the night he was losing his voice, and he
Yeah.
wanted to fix that because that's what he does to
Same.
support his kids.
Right.
So he picked up Set Your Voice Free, and he's like, "Wow, I can sing all night, and it doesn't hurt."
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Just
about
from
the-
reading a book?
Just from reading a book, there's a CD that gives you like vocal warm ups and like
Books are powerful, right?
and it explains the way you are supposed to breathe and sing and stuff.
You want to sing?
Tin, are you going to sing something for us?
gonna
Tim,
sing
do you have,
something?
Tim, would you like to sing? We'd love to hear from you.
We would. I would personally. I know
Yes.
that for a fact.
I second that.
Okay. Do you need some musical accompaniment? Or-
I can back you up. I can
Mm.
beatbox,
You-
kind of.
Yeah.
Try.
Do you want to?
Do you need a beat?
She's a percussionist, so yeah.
Oh, you have to get the.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a
So
beat.
let's go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no pressure.
No,
Okay,
there's
well,
no,
no
we can come
pressure,
back to
but
that.
everyone's
Talk.
like,
Have y'all
okay.
seen there's a new
Kris.
Coen Brothers movie Inside Llewyn Davis? It's
Yes.
really, really good.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
did.
fantastic.
What is it called?
Inside Llewyn
Davis.
Davis. But I mean, like, your look and sound, like, reminded me of that. His story is, like,
Absolutely.
super
I've
sad.
never
like,
heard
really-
that.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, wait, you never heard of the movie?
I'm being facetious.
This guy.
Do you have a
This
big
guy's funny.
cat?
I don't, but that
You
was
need to
gosh.
get one.
that was my first clever tweet after I got it for the second or third time. I think I'll stop carrying my cat around town until this Llewyn Davis thing
I
blows over.
saw
you
that
know?
tweet. I remember that.
Oh, that's really
Do you
cool.
have something to say? Because we don't pout here. Does anybody pout?
Yeah.
I pout all the
I
time.
pout
Yeah.
sometimes.
I
Oh,
don't. I
You
don't
do a lot
pout.
of
Not
pouting,
helping
yeah.
the case.
She pouts.
See,
you
I
pout.
I pout in my bed and I go and I sit at
Ah.
home and be whiny and then I get out of bed and be awesome.
Okay, good. Okay.
Well, whenever I pout,
now
I
you're
go
out of-
listen to music. I
Oh.
don't sing, but
Word.
I
Well,
go
you
listen
can
to
always
music.
call us. We'd be happy to come serenade.
Well, I
you.
mean, I was just pouting. No one can see because we're like on the radio or
There's some
podcasts,
pouting
whatnot.
going on.
However, if we could hear some music,
Things
I
will pick
would.
us up.
Yeah.
You're right.
Music usually makes things better.
Right.
yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
I'll find that like if her and I are ever tense or if anything like that, we'll just pick up the ukuleles and start singing. It's like, I don't want to do music. I don't want to do music. We pick up the ukuleles and we're like, okay, let's do another one. Let's do another one. It just like
Wow.
lightens
What was the
mood.
name of that show that was on, was it HBO? That New Zealand duo?
Oh,
Flight of the Conchord.
Flight of the Conchord.
Are you guys a bit like those two?
Sure.
Excuse me?
Yeah, in a sense.
Brett
Let's
and-
go with that. Brett and Jermaine.
Jermaine? Yeah.
Yes. I have a friend from New Zealand. I have this slight, incredible obsession with New Zealand.
No, it's not slight.
Okay.
You have a
It's
major
not
obsession with
a
New
little
Zealand.
bit. Okay. Well,
Why are you so obsessed with New Zealand?
I don't know. It's just beautiful. And I was on YouTube one day, and some random person commented on a video, a really stupid video of me being really stupid with one of my friends. And he commented on there, and I went on his page, and I was like, he's from New Zealand, and we haven't stopped talking ever since.
And
Yes.
I will say that the best experience we've had busking have been with New
Kiwi.
Zealand Kiwi people.
Kiwis.
We were literally walking down Frenchman Street one night, and we just had our ukuleles in our hand, in the cases, not going to play or anything, just walking. And they were like, "Can you play something for us?" And
They asked us where a bar was, and we were like, oh, yeah, go to that one or whatever. And they said, oh, you're musicians.
Yeah.
Can you play something?
And then we played a song for them, and they literally, between like 4 people, we got like $80.
we literally played one
They're
song,
drunk-
and they were just like,
Drunk
no,
New Zealand.
No, they weren't. They were
they
completely
were sober,
sober.
or they were holding the liquor really well. They didn't seem drunk at all, and they were just like, wow, this is really good. They just kind of stood there. And
There's a
Work out the
huge
20s.
Australian, New Zealand contingency in New
Are they
Orleans.
gonna hear?
Like, there's a lot of them.
Tim would like to sing the Thomas song.
please,
and if he does, okay, so let's start. Let's do it. And I wish I knew the beat so I could get it going for you. Let's do the Thomas song, okay? Come on. All right, go. Well, I don't know it. Does anybody know the Thomas song here?
No, but
Not
I can
too
try.
sure how
It's
that
got a
goes.
train.
Dun, 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 dun. Something like that, huh?
I used to
Up
know.
and
Can you start it
down
off,
and-
Tim?
can you start it off?
We'll follow
get it
you.
going.
Yeah, we'll follow you.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
I'll meet you. One.
Okay, 2, 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3.
What?
Check it. Tim dropping a beat.
Yo.
is that the end of it?
That's it.
Nice job, Tim. Tim Dangermond off his first record, Thomas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very
Only
nice.
heard here. Casa Borrega.
So, Rachel, what are you doing all day? Are you writing this book all day?
Oh yeah, I'm writing my book all day. I just actually printed a picture of Idris Elba. You know who he is?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I printed a picture of him saying, "So are you writing?" And I put it in front of my desk so that it's a constant reminder. But no, I'm writing and I'm working on it. And I'm revisiting it. I'm doing workshops. I'm doing other work. I'm writing about fracking, stuff. Whatever pays the bills.
You lead workshops.
I lead workshops,
What
yes,
what subject?
on race and parenting.
Really? And is there enough of a market for that?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I
One
actually
another.
spoke to the parenting center today, and they were very interested. If you look at their lineup of the kind of classes that they give new parents, none of it speaks to race, and yet most parents don't have any race awareness or don't know how to parent to help their children be racially aware of racism, race difference, things like this. And so I'm going to do a workshop for them, and we're trying to figure out how to get on the schedule. But and I just did one for the Louisiana Society for Foster to Adoptive Parents.
Wow.
A lot of times these
It's like lease to own. It's like,
exactly. And what happens is a lot of these times there ends up being transracial families, and there's no background or understanding of racial awareness. And
I can completely relate to that. Just not being from here. There's certain places that I can't even go to, that like I will get racial remarks. Even like to this day, I don't think people realize even in 2014 how much racism still exists.
oh my God, yes.
what examples are you talking about?
Like for example, when I was in high school, I had a boyfriend and he was Caucasian, and we would go out, we'd go to restaurants just like here, sit and eat. And we would get stares. I would hear people mumbling at us, and then like people would come up to us and say, "That's not right. What you're doing is not right."
People would come up to you in a restaurant.
This is in Florida, though.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
what
I've never
Florida.
gotten in New Orleans. I've never gotten in
Well,
New
wait a
Orleans.
minute, because I actually when last time I was on here, did I have to call the FBI?
Did you have to call the FBI
No, I had
to
to
get
call
a
the
clearance
FBI.
to come on the show?
No, not for that. But I had to call the FBI because I had somebody who they went to my website and they started spamming me through my website and through Facebook, saying the most horrendously horrible things about the fact that I have an African American son.
Don't.
And it was just, it was like, it was almost like, like if something could be
Yeah.
so.
You're the man.
Yes, you, honey.
10.
Well, where was
10
I?
men.
You were at school probably, but they
'Cause-
did this through email.
Because if
right?
it was the weekend, he would have handled that.
Yeah, he
Absolutely.
would've. I'm sure he
would've.
would have.
See?
Right.
It's war face
Yeah.
right there. You guys are missing this.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's right.
Like the
And so I protect him. And
Would I would punch them.
Hey,
if
talking
I
to the
saw
microphone,
them.
Tim.
you would what?
Punch
Oh,
them.
yeah, like punch them.
You would punch them. You
Yeah.
know what? I would actually. I don't go for physical violence, but this person was so rude. I might have punched them too. But
Me
instead,
too.
yeah, you too. I might have. But I called the FBI instead, right?
And
they're-
did he come?
the woman came and they took my case and they and it was embarrassing for her to even read what was written
Did
because
they
she
take-
was also African American, so it was embarrassing.
Oh no.
Did she take the board that was like?
Did she take what?
Did she take the that was like? Did he?
You know the
That's
thing.
a fair question.
Yes, it is.
Did he? Did the police come and take?
The police.
Did he put it in jail?
Handcuffed.
They put him in jail. No, they're investigating him, but it stopped because
But it's one thing. People do that on the internet.
Yeah.
Sit there in their house
Yes.
and they'll say all sorts of crap to you.
Well,
They
I
can
found
get away
that-
with it because it's
yeah,
behind a
they
computer.
They did this all through avatars.
I
and
was in school because I didn't know that it was happening, and when I came home, I said, "What a terrible mess! What did this happen for?"
Yes, I agree with you. But anyway, but I was able to do my own investigations, and I found a couple of the names behind the avatars. One of them worked at the transportation department in Michigan. And so what I did was I posted on
How'd
my
you figure
blog.
that out?
Well, because I just kept
'Cause it's the
looking
internet.
through the avatars and going back. And because and let me just tell you why. Because how this happened was this one guy who worked at the Department of Transportation found my blog and got his posse, who were all on a site. And let me just say what it is: Chip Out. And
Chip
it's like this
Out.
Nazi, white supremacist, horrendously horrible site. And they all got together there and they said, "Go gang up on me."
See, I find it hard to believe that things like that still exist.
Can you believe that?
Yeah,
And it's
like,
just amazing. Like, this is a website.
I can
What
even
is-
believe
You wish
that
evolution
too.
would just hurry up.
Thank you.
Evolution's not true, Andrew. That's right.
Oh,
It's creationism.
that's right.
That's why
That's
we're all
right.
wrong. What?
I get confused.
What?
That's okay.
What?
You're a
What are they
musician.
trying to achieve? These people.
I think that. What are they trying to achieve?
Yeah.
I think that they are. You know what? What they were saying was so, like I said, sometimes things are so bad they're funny or amusing, you know what I mean? But this was like so just base, raw hate, from the get-go. It was like
So
hate,
this
hate,
is
hate,
just so they don't have any goal in mind. They
The
just
goal
they're just
was-
white
the
men
goal
who don't
was
like.
to out me as some white woman with an African American son.
Right. Well, that's
who's-
obvious to anybody who looks at you. So what are they trying to get at? though?
That
What
in
do they
other words,
want to
that
happen?
how horrendously bad
Oh, you're a
and
bad
wrong
person.
this is. Yes.
So this is
They
you're
want to
just an
knock you
example.
down because you're standing up against stupid people like them, and they want to bring you down to their level because they're not tall enough to stand up on their own feet.
Good point.
He agrees.
They haven't. But what, are they trying to convince you're wrong and change your ways and
They're
repent?
spamming me. They're spamming me with a lot of vitriol, a lot of racist vitriol. So it's I feel like it's a way to silence me.
But what are they going to do? What are you going to do? But nothing's
Right.
going to change.
What do you have to say? Do you say it to the microphone, huh?
I scored one day and I was when I was playing like soccer ball. I scored.
That's
Good
awesome.
man.
You're
Good job.
That's good. Yeah.
Scoring is good. The more points your
I
team
sco-
gets,
Right.
the less
the more
points.
chance you have of winning.
There you
my
go.
my
Right.
team didn't
That's how
get
it
the
works.
score.
Yeah,
I
it works out that way.
scored.
Oh, his team didn't get the score. He got the score.
But you
Whoa.
scored
Oh, you
for
scored
the
for the
team.
team.
For the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one
For
for the team. There's no I in
for
team.
the
Yeah, for the team.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the key to the whole thing. So these guys are just.
They're just trying to
Getting it
silence
off
me.
there.
I'm writing
Oh,
about.
they don't want you to talk about it.
I'm writing
They want
about
to stop-
transracial families and about
like
the-
it's a good thing, and they're talking about it like it's a bad
well,
thing. So
it is a good thing.
no, but I mean they've got an equal
but there's
point of
also
view.
challenges, right? And so the challenges are caused by living in a society that's inherently racist, right? So I'm writing about this, and they're trying to silence that.
But is it inherently racist though?
Oh my
Aren't
God!
most people in America decent people?
Can I
Wouldn't
tell
you
you?
think? You guys are on the street all day, don't you
Look
find
at
that
it,
most people are relatively
we talked
decent?
about this before. I'm going to tell you this. That when I was in a relationship with his other parent, and we went to Croatia, and she's from Croatia. And we got there. Croatia is the most homophobic country on this planet. They have signs on the beach that say "No gays allowed."
Seriously?
Okay,
Real
seriously.
Like there are
signs.
places that we can't go vacation together.
Seriously.
I kissed her on the cheek. I would kiss any of y'all on the cheek. And this lady literally grabbed her son's face and like turned it away and said, "Jesus Christ, there are children here." And I looked at her. I was like, "Are you serious?"
What country was this in? Not Croatia.
It was a
in
country in
Florida.
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 Florida's an interesting place. I've
The
always liked
urethra of the
Florida.
I
United
wouldn't
States.
Port's ain't
recommend it.
lousy.
Sorry.
But what I was going to say is that what was interesting to me is how much my partner had internalized that homophobia, and would go in the closet when she'd go home because of homophobia. And I think that like you can't. And we all were
Go in the
born-
closet. I don't think it means quite the same thing that you're thinking, Ken, but that is funny.
We were all born and raised with racism, with homophobia, with sexism. It's in the air and the ether that we breathe. So you could be somebody who says, "I am consciously aware, I'm whatever," but you are constantly fighting racist notions. You were born with them. It was spoon-fed to
A
you.
majority of Americans are now in favor of same-sex marriages. We know that for a fact.
Majority of Americans?
Isn't that true?
No, I wouldn't
Well,
say
I
the
read that.
majority.
I read that in the paper.
You
so
read that in the paper.
I
Not
could
the
take. Could be
majority,
wrong, but I did.
We're
We're on
going
our
all the-
way, but not the
I mean, we
majority.
have to drive all the way up to New York this year to get married.
Did you get married?
We're going to.
You're going to?
Yeah.
Come on, that's great. And is it going to be recognized?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I think it will be
Are you
recognized.
going to play
by
at your
the-
own wedding?
Well, yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a given.
Our godmom's going to marry us too, so it's pretty exciting.
She actually, she does the, what is it?
Marry yourself.
Yeah, she
She's
marries
the,
herself.
she's the encouraging priestess. She goes to Burning Man and she shows all over New York and she has to
Marry yourself. What does that mean?
She basically marries you to yourself. She wants you to accept like every part of your fiber.
Finally,
love
Andrew,
this.
somebody who will marry us
Yeah, man.
ourselves.
So yeah, you marry. It's
Graham, this is good news for
It's
all
the
of us. I think.
idea of
Leave Graham out of this, okay?
it's the idea of not needing someone else. Like like people will marry
I
someone
really
else for their.
hate that.
Yes.
Hate is a strong word. Why would you
Hey.
hate that? Marrying
A
yourself
dissenting
is a
opinion. I
wonderful
like
thing.
it.
Bad.
What's
bad?
bad? What's bad? What's bad? We don't even understand. Why would that be bad?
I think it can make you go blind.
Oh my God, that's a good point.
But she has you write vows and you can do like whatever you
What
want.
is the
It can
name
be
of this person who marries yourself?
Gabrielle Penabaz? That's our godmother. She's wonderful and she
It's-
lives in New York.
It's your godmother, Shanece.
Well, it's
Our
her
god-
godmother
Your god-
initially, but she kind of adopted me. 'Cause,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She was my brother's godmom, like originally, like like the official
And
nonsense. But
every-
then she just kind of picked me up and was like, "You can come." And I would go visit her in New York, and I stayed there for a couple weeks when I was.
I
like,
would say
15.
80% of our being and like the people that we are is a result of her.
She was very supportive and wonderful in that
Yeah.
regard.
Wait, do y'all have to marry yourselves first and before
Oh,
you
no.
marry each
No, no,
other,
no.
and then like divorce
No,
yourself?
she's
or-
an ordained
no?
minister, so she can actually marry us.
That was my like only attempt at humor. I give up. I'm going to document. Get it?
Well, no, if you're already married to yourself, then it
I
would
like
be
your
bigamy when you
necklace.
married somebody else.
That's what my concern was.
Oh, I see what you're saying,
So
right.
you don't have to marry yourself, but
Whole other podcast.
she also does. She does everything. Like we do the hula hoops, we do tie dye, we do fire performance, we do
Oh,
ukulele
okay. We're
stuff.
going to have to come back to this. Fire performance.
Oh yeah, I mean hula hoops on fire, and then she spins poi.
I used to do poi. I still have my poi.
Now that's from
I
New
still
Zealand.
You have your
Yes.
paw.
Let's hear it for some poi, okay?
Come on. So you have
Snap
poise
for
at
poi.
home?
I do have poi. I got.
Wow.
Do you do fire poi?
I got them to learn how to do them to then do fire, and I never did get to that
I can
point.
teach you.
Wait,
Oh,
can
good.
I ask
I'm a
what
good
poi
teacher.
is?
Shanice,
Can
okay.
I have
So it's
Fire
like
Chris is
clap
in too.
chain.
Yep,
with these
with the monkey ball.
burlap
Mommy.
thingy, and you
It's
light
like
it on
wick.
fire, and you.
It's a
Oh, yeah,
chain.
definitely. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
It's like
Love
Hawaiian stuff. If you go to Hawaii and you see guys spinning fire, that's
You've
what
ever seen like a
that's what-
luau sort of thing, and they have the big
can't-
fireballs on
Can
the
I tell
chains?
them
That's
something?
poi. And then like a fire hula hoop, if you like imagine like a ship wheel, it's like the circle with the thingies coming out the side. You know what I'm talking about? There's 5 thingies, and at the end is wick. And you soak it in kerosene or white gas or whatever
You light
tickles
it
your
on fire.
fancy. That lights on fire, and then you light it on fire, and then you just hope you don't get burned.
So you hula hoop with this thing with these sort of Roman candle type things
Right.
on the outside.
sticking out of a
Exactly.
hula
Right.
hoop.
Candles, right?
Wow. And what's the chance of being set on fire? Quite high.
Quite high.
Yeah.
I actually am missing
You
a
have
chunk
to
of
jump
hair right here.
Oh, wow.
It's actually pretty funny
That's
because you
very
don't notice
recent.
it until she says something. But no,
Once you notice it.
yeah. Once you notice it,
So
it's-
your hair caught fire.
It did, but it was my own
she had
fault.
hairspray in her hair.
I had hairspray, and you shouldn't spin with hairspray. And I was at
Oh,
Christmas with
it's
my
still
parents, and
mine.
I was like, "Yeah, I'll just do it." And you just.
Sounds like an awesome hashtag. I'm gonna look that up. Like if there's a do not
Don't spin with hairspray. Hey, are you checking your texts while you're here, Katie? Anything good?
I'm sorry, my butt kept buzzing and it was just uncomfortable.
Who is it? Anybody?
butt
good?
is buzzing.
You can
My
take
butt
phone
was
calls on the
buzzing.
show. We don't care about that. Actually, we encourage you to make phone calls.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just gonna get on the phone on the mic, just.
Hey, what about playing something? What do you think?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay.
What should we play? This is always the fun game we play. Play a song. Okay.
Do you have one you've written that's half
Do
written?
you have a nice
we can help you
Valentine
finish
song, a happy,
yeah,
marry
Valentine's.
yourself type
We
Valentine
have
song?
a very cute song.
What
It's
song?
a Bruno Mars song.
Do you want to do Bruno
Alright.
Mars, or we could do that other one, you and I? Okay. You guys just keep talking while we babble.
Okay,
about
like
it.
I was
Okay.
I've
thinking.
got
okay.
it. It's even better. It's
Okay.
an Ingrid Michaelson song.
Oh yeah.
Don't you worry there, my honey. We might not have any money, but we've got our love to pay the bills. Well, maybe I think you're cute and funny. Maybe I wanna do what bunnies do with you, if you know what I mean. So let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants from way up there. You and I, you and I. Well, you might be a bit confused, and you might be a little bit bruised. So baby, how we spoon like no one else. So I will help you read those books if you will soothe my worried looks, and we will put the lonesome on the shelf. So let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants from way up there. You and I, you and I. So let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants from way up there. You and I, you and I.
Oh, very good.
Very nice. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day
I
from
love-
a happy couple.
Yeah. I
You
like
are so happy, you two. It's
Yeah.
almost crazy,
Yeah.
You know, it's
isn't
the,
it? It's
It's
encouraging.
almost fake.
It's the little things.
it's the little things that make you happy. You
This
know?
is from a man who was singing the blues.
A
okay?
kid. You know, what can I do? You know.
Oh, what can I do? My roommate calls us blindly optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Blindly
get it all the
I think-
time.
Who's lucky enough to be your roommate? What a great gig that would be. Who is that?
Well, we have
two of them,
We have two
actually.
roommates currently. We have a friend of ours, Andreas, and he does nothing artistically really. I mean, he paints and
Yeah.
does guitar and stuff, but he works in like AV. And then a high school friend of mine who actually got me started
Can
playing
I tell
ukulele,
them something?
Delia, who's an artist.
You can say.
Well, so you drag these people here is from.
Andreas is the one who
elsewhere.
brought us over
Andreas
here.
dragged us here, and then
Andreas
we
dragged
dragged Delia here.
Okay.
Like,
See?
Delia, Florida sucks. Come live in New Orleans. It's awesome. And she's just been sitting at home and painting. She's
Tell
actually
them
on
to
set for a movie right
listen.
now, which is something else.
Tell them to
Are you, you work
listen.
in movies?
Yeah.
What do you do in movies?
We just do
Background.
background work.
Tell them
Oh,
to
like extras.
listen.
Yes.
You guys are busy.
Why don't you say
Oh,
it
we
again?
do it all.
We try
So
to stay busy.
when's the wedding?
When's the wedding? October.
October. We
October
haven't set an
2014.
exact
Great
date
time to
yet.
get married.
Oh yeah, it's the best time of year, and
Is it?
yeah, it's
What's so good about it, Troy?
it's
The weather really is really what.
my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's all it takes.
Well,
a nice
except did y'all take
day.
football season into account? Like, I mean, no, seriously,
Hello.
like, I'm not anywhere about to get married, but it's it's not the most stressful thing about it. I can be kind of dramatic.
Are
but,
you single?
Well, yeah.
Are you
but
almost married?
No, in no way, shape, or form. This has been
Wait a minute. Are you closer to getting married than I am to finishing my book, or where are we?
all fair questions.
Uh-huh.
He is closer to being 35 probably than I am.
Okay.
I'm talking about
He's
the
only
5-year-old, by
five.
the way. I know. I'm
Looking
really.
at-
We're
you're
just
30
truly
years
a
away
bad
from
sense
marriage.
of
We're
humor.
just joking.
Well, until
really.
the
Not to
day,
scale.
It's just-
whenever the NFL comes out with a hard, fast schedule, I mean, a year and a half before the season starts, so you can make sure you have a bye week, and it like coincides with a really bad LSU game. I mean, just fall weddings are almost impossible.
Word.
But I mean, I will go to the October. I will make an exception because usually in October LSU plays Florida, like the first
I'm
week of
gonna
October.
introduce-
So if
I'm
you
gonna
do
say
that, we
something.
can make it work
Okay.
out because Florida sucks.
We will. We will
As
make
we-
it the
as
first.
we
That's been the theme of today.
We will
Florida.
make it the
Mommy.
first week of
Please make my
October
life.
just so
Okay.
we can invite you.
It'll probably be the first week of October. Anyway.
I'm glad we covered that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rachel, what is
Tim
it?
wants me to interrupt y'all so that he could say something.
What's
and
that,
since
Tim?
I'm his PR person, I'm going to interrupt you. Tim, say what you got to say.
And this is
Do-
your last chance.
Yeah, come on, let's do it.
One time when we were in Spain, I was eating a pizza and I dropped it, and then ants came all over.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's
The
the
ants,
worst.
the ants ate well for
Yeah.
a week.
Yeah.
I'm
they-
sorry you
Any
dropped your
sentence
pizza.
that begins last time I was in Spain.
I was about to say.
Right, right.
Kids got
But
it.
I have to say something about those ants because it was very curious.
Spanish
and
ants.
curious. Well, Spanish
Did they
ants.
have an accent?
Well, they did the cha-cha-cha as they were coming over to the pizza,
They
but
had an accent.
they,
He confirmed.
They
He confirmed.
but afterwards they climbed up the wall, and I took a picture of this. I swear to you, I was in a very difficult and conflicted time in my life. They climbed up the wall and formed a question mark.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
No lie.
Whoa.
I am
Ants.
all for like believing.
This was
in
in Amsterdam, or where were you exactly?
Spain.
It should have been in Amsterdam, probably. It would have made more sense.
Mommy,
But it's just as good in Spain.
mommy,
Did it help
Mommy.
you crystallize? it?
mommy,
Yes, mommy.
Yes.
who climbed up the wall and made a mark?
They remember the ants formed a question mark on the wall.
The Spanish ants.
Oh my!
That's a good name for your next album.
The Spanish.
The Spanish
Spanish
ants.
cha-cha.
The
Here-
little things in the Spanish.
Here's what I'd like to do for a future show.
Okay.
I'd like to get
New
Tin in on
Orleans
the
ants are
co-host
way
spot. I'm going to sit back with just a clipboard, and I'm just going to take down his stuff and play you a song that I write from his stuff.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I'm up for
yeah,
that,
I like
definitely.
that.
Graham
Kind of
can-
like I wrote a song about it.
The
Goes
guy,
something
the guy's
like,
a bumper sticker factory,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
it was in my head.
Chillins, they are. It's because their imagination just
guys
keep going, and we're like, okay, think of something creative.
They really don't let anybody stop them either. That's
They
the best
don't
part.
have let
See?
anybody.
They're little.
Okay, Tim, as soon as the check clears from this show,
Okay.
we'll organise you to come back. All right?
It's in the mail already.
Okay.
Sure.
It's
So,
in the mail already.
We've come to the end of happy hour, everybody.
Actually,
It's all
like-
over,
and it's
I
been
must
so
say.
happy.
It's
We
been
have
such
to
a
say-
happy hour.
It has been a very happy hour.
Yeah.
We don't call it happy hour because it's now. Andrew, have a good time in India.
I will.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah.
Forward to Tales from India
So
on your
jealous.
return.
Yeah, we'll do.
We'll all be jealous from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Do you have
I'll
any
be back.
requests or anything from India for your wedding, for a wedding present?
Actually, fun fact that you're going to India. I'm actually originally Hindu. My entire family is Hindu. That's in Trinidad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hindus in
When you say
Trinidad.
originally Hindu, did you turn your back on that? The world's oldest religion.
I wouldn't say I turned my back on it, but there's a lot of beliefs that are. They're just like really, really old school Hindu, So me like being gay and
Yeah,
that
like
whole
the whole
thing
gay
doesn't
thing,
work.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not
like,
allowed to be gay and Hindu.
Not
How?
not
Surely.
on their belief, but on my belief, yes.
I thought that Hinduism sort of predated all the rules.
Yeah,
that it
it-
was just sort of your individual
Right,
relationship
exactly.
to all
I-
these hundreds of different
I
gods.
think it has
and
a
you
lot
could
to
do
do
it
with
your
them
own
not
way.
actually being in India and them like kind of taking the religion and migrating it into a different country, and
Tell
they-
them something
Like
else.
Chinese food
Say
in
it
America.
now.
or
Right,
something.
exactly.
There you go.
So your parents don't accept the fact that you're gay, or the
They do.
religion does?
My immediate parents do, but not like the rest of my family.
Her real dad who lives in
Really?
the countryside in Trinidad. Excuse me.
Yeah, to this day,
Excuse
he still
me?
lives, no running water, no electricity, like that kind of thing. So it's
So that primitiveness
Excuse me?
goes against a belief in tolerance to all other people's lives.
I
for
don't
some reason.
think that it's so much that they don't believe in it. I just think that they're not exposed, So it's very new for them. So
What, gay?
yeah.
No, gay is not new to anybody, honey.
No.
Gay predates all of us.
I completely. I agree with you. I agree with you.
9% of direct.
It has been whitewashed, so to speak, out of everybody's doctrine.
Right,
It
that's
is-
what I mean.
Gay has been
That's
around.
what I mean.
I
is
think
that
that maybe just the Hindu religion is very like ritualistic. You know what I mean? So
Dogma.
like, yeah, everything has a pattern. Like when someone dies, you do this. When you get married, you do this. Everything is
Right.
very like this. So like when if the majority of the population is heterosexual, then all of a sudden it's like, hi, I like girls. It's just like, I don't know how do you do
Right,
a gay
that
Hindu
kind of
wedding?
thing.
It just kind of like shocks their brain
Gay
waves.
Hindu wedding. That would be a great idea.
That was
That's-
actually
it's
one of
gonna
our.
happen.
Yeah.
You're going to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, God, we have to be invited.
And we're
to
gonna
that.
wear saris and everything. It's
You're
gonna-
all
Oh,
invited.
I love that.
You look kind of
So
Indian
great.
too, Katie. Now I look at you.
I'm Mediterranean. I'm Italian,
You
German,
want to go?
Lebanese, and
Tim
French.
wants to go. Italian, Lebanese.
Italian, Lebanese, German, and French. I guess that's kind of
It's a
Indian.
Lebanese, you see, though.
It's a Lebanese you look.
My
sort
dad
of
was adopted,
dark.
so we thought I was Portuguese for my most of my life.
Your dad was adopted?
Yeah.
Well,
Tim
he-
was adopted.
Really?
Hey,
Yes.
I
small
never
world.
would have guessed.
Her father was adopted.
Yeah.
Hey, so you could be Indian then.
I could be, but we found his real mom, and then
Oh, so you're not.
apparently- Yeah, no.
Birth
Well,
mom.
so much for that
Birth
theory.
mom.
His birth mom.
Okay.
Nice one, though.
Yeah. Hey, listen, everybody. We've got to get the heck out of here. Thank you so much for joining us on Happy Hour. My special
having
guests
us.
have been Kris Gabik. Down the end of the table, who are you texting already?
Oh no,
Making plans for the evening?
Oh no, no. Wait,
Okay.
there's music. I feel like I'm in the
Okay,
Oscars.
we're
No
outta
one
here.
have a good answer. Wait, no.
I'm
Take the mic away.
sorry.
Just
It's
say
all
Thank
right.
everybody.
Rachel
Thank you.
Dangermond joined us.
Thank you.
Ken
Thank you.
Dangermond has been here as
Thank
well.
you.
Katy
Thank
Channing
you.
and Shanece Gransam, otherwise known as Mr. and Mrs. Channing and Gransam, or whatever you're going to be called.
We'll figure it out.
Otherwise known as The Little Things. You can find them online. Go search for The Little Things. Our Happy Hour troubadour, Andrew Duhon, of course, is here as well. Graham
Yeah.
Ponte is the producer of the show. Our associate producer and technical director is Chris Kehoe. Christian Unruh is our music director. And the theme song to Happy Hour, which is currently being played by and was written by Mitch Foreman. The fabulous audio quality of this show is brought to you in part by PreSonus Audio Electronics. PreSonus makes some of the best audio recording and live sound products, including Studio One music software, Studio Live digital mixing consoles, Era Studio monitors, and much more. PreSonus.com has all the info about that. If you'd like to be on our show and you can sit around the table and hang out with us and drink a margarita and still make sense at the end of the show, unlike some of us, drop us a line. Our address is on our website, where you can also check out other Happy Hour shows as well as other shows on the website. Out to Lunch with Peter Raschuti live from Commander's Palace. Mindset with psychiatrist Dr. Nick Pajic. True to the Game with Chris True and Tammy Nelson. Vietnola, our show about the New Orleans Vietnamese community with the Vietnamese Terry Gross Kim Vu. And Midnight Menu Plus One with Margot Moss and the man who ate New Orleans, Ray Canada. Keep up with us on Facebook, Twitter, and a bunch of other time-sucking social media as well. We're on all of it. And we're called It's New Orleans on each one. You can find photos from this show, if you want to know what anyone looks like, on itsneworleans.com and on Facebook. These photos were taken by the fabulous Douglas Engel, who's currently taking a photo right now. If you listen to this on iTunes, Switcher, or our favorite podcast app, Swell, thank you for subscribing. Please take a moment to rate and review us. That does help other people find us, helps us as well. Our show was recorded live today at Casa Borrega on Aretha Castle Haley Boulevard in Central City, New Orleans, which is a bar, a restaurant, and a live music venue as well. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter, or just come down here to Casa Borrega. Happy Hour is a production of INO Broadcasting. For itsneworleans.com, for Andrew Duhon, everybody back at the INO office here at Casa Borrega around the table, I'm Grant Morris. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time on Happy Hour.
Now with the 7-Eleven app, use that $1 in your pocket on any size hot beverage, including coffee and lattes. With dairy and non-dairy creamers, coffee your way for just $1 with your 7-Eleven app. Plus tax where applicable, only at participating 7-Eleven locations.